My name's Aaron. Welcome back to my channel. How are you? I'm fantastic and I'm doing really well. Today I'm viewing Luxor Oud by Memo. Very cute name, Memo. The notes are oil of mandarin, rose absolute and oud accord. Red berries, oil of cypral heart, rock rose absolute, oil of patchouli, strax and tonka. Did we hear that? Oud accord. Okay. This is £230 of 75 mils. So Luxor Oud, I'm expecting Middle Eastern perfumery. To me, I'm expecting something quite animalistic. I'm expecting something heavy duty, woody, not sweet at all, musk heavy. That's really what I'm expecting. But Luxor Oud, Middle Eastern Ouds are smoothed out. They have a smoothness to it. So that's what I'm expecting. It's kind of all of that. And for that price, I'm expecting it to have radiance and longevity between 6 and 8 hours. That's what I'm expecting. Do we have our bottles of Luxor Oud by Memo, Paris? Are we engaged with the higher self? Let's get testing. So I love this. This is really nice. I love the presentation. I like the bottle. I like the cap. Let's hope. Let's have a look at the atomizer. So what do we think about the Oud Accord? Please leave your comments below about what do we feel about that. It's very nice, very eloquent, very light, woody. It smells very French. It smells light, airy, bit oudy, bit woody, spicy. Not spicy in a clove way, but sort of like a tiny bit spicy, which is sort of the oud aspect to it. I just can't get over the Oud Accord. That's kind of like playing around in my head. Oud Accord. It's giving elevation in a wood way rather than an amber way. And amber ways can smell sort of just quite chemical. Wood ways can smell quite dry, actually, a little bit dry and dusty. Ionone's really sort of smoothing this and making it a little bit sort of bitter. Ionones can smell a bit bitter and metallic, and I'm picking that up in it as well. That's absolutely fine within a wood-based formulation, and within an oud-based formulation, you kind of want that metallic nature to it. And in some reviews I've done in the past, when I said I would have loved a slight bitterness to it, what I mean is a sort of bitter, metallic, animal nature with oud. I think it can smell really excellent. It can smell sort of quite exciting. And this is doing it. It smells very eloquent. It's very sort of light and airy. And what I mean by light and airy is it's sort of radiant and clean, not sort of like short longevity. I mean sort of like airy nature to it, sort of radiant. So this is going to give you great sillage. It smells incredibly simplistic. It smells very woody, ambergris-like raw materials having to give a sort of animal note to it. It's got some nice citruses in it. Orange, which is the sweetest, because if you think you're using sort of ambergris-like raw materials, which are ambroxan and sort of the ambers as well to give elevation, it can smell quite bitter, especially with the ionones. Sweeter citruses like orange and mandarin can help give it a woody sweetness to it, to sort of work perfectly with it. On to my final thoughts. I don't know whether it's me, but kind of when I think about ouds, I kind of get a bit more excited. Ouds and rose, very good. It's like, I'm like, that's my thing. Yeah, that's when I started this journey. It's kind of the thing I really liked. I don't know if I feel a little bit disappointed when they're kind of not knocking me over, and when it smells like, that's sort of nice. This is very pleasant. It smells very, very unisex, actually. The raw materials have been chosen perfectly. It smells very, very unisex. This, again, is a signature scent. I think it's light enough to be worn all seasons, actually. I think not everyone wants to smell of citrus in the summer, so I think this is great for all seasons, and I think it's a complete unisex. I think it's a lot of skill with this, and the more I'm smelling it, the more I'm liking it, but it's, as you can tell, it's really not for me. Kind of Luxor Oud, again, the name, I'd love the name to be more really, really strong Middle Eastern perfumery, that beautiful sort of like, that sort of oud, that's what I was expecting, and the name is kind of thrown me a little bit. I think if you're used to that sort of perfumery, that sort of Middle Eastern strong perfumery, I think you would be a little bit disappointed, because it smells like a Western interpretation of an Middle Eastern for the fragrance. And for me, it's not sort of fitting the name. I really want to be transported to sort of Egypt, and I haven't been to Egypt, pyramids, and I really want to be sort of, that's really what I wanted to experience with this fragrance. It's not giving me that. I think if it had been Parisian oud, I would have gone and thinking, okay, it's going to be eloquent, it's going to be light, it's going to be airy. And I think that's kind of what's thrown me a little bit. That's kind of one of the things, isn't it, when you're deciding? And I kind of really thought that with this, why I was attracted to it, because it was a name. Nothing bad about it, but I think if it was called Parisian Oud, I would have been knowing what I was going into, but I would never have chosen it. Luxor Oud, I wanted it to be strong, heavy duty. Initially, I kind of would liked it to be a little bit unpalatable, and then as it dried down, it kind of did its thing. That's what I wanted with it, but it's not. I'm marking it an 8 out of 10. Nothing wrong with it at all. The name's throwing me a little bit, and it's kind of not for me at all, to be very honest with you. Drying down a bit, I think it's okay. So if you love that review, thumbs up and subscribe for more fascinating, interesting content, lots of moving hands, and lots of fragrance reviews. Hope you're staying safe and well. See you soon.